thank God.
A spark ignites, it starts to burn. Through endless realms, no way to return. From crimson skies to wastelands torn. Myth and legend where stars are born.
Already on it.
A million paths collide in the haze. Echoes of heroes lost in the
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Planes walking the multiverse. Through chaos and time we emerge.
Yeah, no.
Legends rise and fade.
So,
Oh shoot.
Across the void we leave our
yeah.
marks.
Is your mic off?
They
Wait.
added like 3 times the amount of weaponry available in this vault. So they set it up so that the tensions would be very high. And then at the same time, there was a parallel cloning project that was going on, focused on, obviously, can you guess the name of the guy it was focused on?
Gary!
Yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. So each of the Garys was grown in a lab, and there was some kind of defect in them that made Garys immediately hostile to anybody who wasn't a clone. And
Right.
they just kept making them. So they made like 50 some odd Garys to the point where their observation rooms were overcrowded with them. So what happened was, as they go along, they dealt with escalating violence. So somewhere up in the mid 50s, one of the Garys actually injured one of the doctors. So they started talking about destroying the extra clones to make room for further tests, and they basically just obviously treated the Garys as completely disposable. So you've got like, yeah, I know, it's honestly, it's insane. Like, it's, I would say that it's kind of impossible to think about the fact that there would be scientists willing to do this, but there are people who are missing fundamental parts of their humanity.
Whispers crawl through the cracks like spiders in the dark. Secrets slither, shadows dance, they leave a bitter mark. Lies wrapped tight like silk spun thin, choking the morning air. The truth you chase, it runs away. Hiding where you dare, in the heat of the night, where the fire burns cold. The answers you seek are stories untold, shaped by the light.
Listen. After everybody calms the fuck down.
Is anybody alive coming out of the movie theater? Or just dead people?
Just blood and body parts.
All right, well, I'm going to try to go in again. And if I go back in time, I'm going to shoot the lock a few more times and see if it works.
All right, yeah, throw me a D20.
I've got a 3.
So you go in, and this time the force is more pronounced. It's more pronounced. It flings you back around a minute later. So you can feel the whiplash. It hits your neck, it hits your back. It's like you're almost going trying to go through plexiglass. And the people going in, you're in the situation, you're just coming around the front, and people are going in, the door is closing. A minute later, the whole thing happens all over again.
Can I try to run in and get in there before the door closes and just force my way through? Or am I too late?
Yeah, it's too late. So it flings you back the moment that you're coming back around.
All right,
Boom, boom, let the hollow idols fall. One by one, let the painted stories crawl till they're gone. Came and rose back, tear the mask, crack the act, strip the gauze from the lie, hear the old world cry. Came and rose back from the fire, from the black.
Don't you think your members deserve much better than we know about Tilly Norwood, and we're heavily monitoring the situation? Like, you guys are unfucking believable. You know that. You're supposed to fight on behalf of us. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be representing everybody here. I realize you can't have a crystal ball and you can't think 20 steps ahead. But you're supposed to have that clairvoyancy. You're supposed to think somewhat ahead. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole point. You're supposed to foresee of problems in the future and try to stop them. That's why you have a collective bargaining agreement. That's why you went back and forth with the studios. That's why it was one of the longest acting strikes in history.
This is the LP shop, doors are open wide, so come on inside. Find a little piece of history and come alive, turn it up, let your story spin. Every scratch, every song pulls you back in. At the LP shop, doors are open wide.
As a kid, learning to play guitar, I used to put the album on, not this album. There's a Fraley's Comet. It's called Live Plus One, and he opens with this song. And I used to learn. I would try and figure it out and play along to the album. I loved this song. And my buddy, who was a drummer, who I still keep in contact with, he learned all the drum parts on this song as well, with that drum solo in the middle.
So I'm guessing you're like a big fan of the song. Tell every just let's go into it. What did you like about the song?
Well, I mean, of course, first off, it's guitar driven.
Yeah.
Vocally, Ace doesn't push any barriers.
No.
But he's got a certain execution and a way he enunciates and the way he sings that I've always been attracted to. He's not the greatest singer in the world.
No.
I don't think he ever claimed to be, but there's just something cool.
Join the caveman and his crew. Paint on my face, just a move. We are Yu-Gi-Oh Club for life. Mark it on my skin, that sign. From the campfire glow at night to the screen right in your eyes. Original stories, wild and true. You can feel them cut right through. Bring that spark straight to you. Every drop, every view. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. Use your club for Once you're in, that's it. I'm the banner we lift. Whole world watching this. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. You're your club for life. Hey. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You're your club for life. Hey. Once you're in, I'll get them for life. I'll go, call it out. Hey. I'll go, never doubt. I'll go, side by side. Hey. You get club for life. For life. For life. Hey. Must see TV. Join the tribe. Cross the line. You get club for life. Hey. Say the word. You're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You get club for life. Hey. Once you're in, you're in for life. Click on the screen, save all names and the credits roll. Same safe hands on the wheel again, same store spun out of control. Then you walk in, script in your hand, fire in your eyes, slide over, I'll drive this thing. Let's see what happens if we try. In the captain's chair, you're calling every shot from here, from the sequel to the pilot. Can you turn the ship around this year? Take the reins, take control, grab the frame, grab the roll. In the captain's chair, we'll see if you can make it there.
Only StreamYard can do what we just heard, Crimson. Only StreamYard can do that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Captain's Chair. Say hello, Crimson.
Hello.
My brain just shut down on me.
I was like, okay, you don't hear me?
Yeah, I know. I'm real time. Yeah. Okay, I know where I'm in. I know what show this is. So I have decided this is going to be the last season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There's enough episodes to do what we need to do and wrap it up in a nice little bow. And this season is called Season 4, and the subtitle is...
One moment.
uh,
Episode 1.
No, the subtitle.
Yeah.
Of episode of season 4.
Oh, sorry, the subtitle? The Year of Ivan Ooze.
Ooh.
And episode 1 is the Ooze is back in town.
Now, for those of you that know the 1995 movie, it's a little Easter egg. That title. If possible, and if the actor is still around to do Ivan Ooze, I don't want him to be like, well, I mean, he will be in makeup. He's probably, would it be, what is it? He'd be like, what? It's probably around 65 now, right? 65, 70. We could drag him out of retirement, or consult on how that character acts. I would absolutely love to do it. So, we skip 1 year into the future. Everyone is a little bit older. Jason, Zach, Billy, Trini, and Kimberly are all 16 years old, and Tommy Oliver is a little bit older, around 17 years old. And we start just like the movie started. There's a plane going by, down on the ground. There is a fundraiser for Angel Grove High going on. And the announcer says, "This is an incredible turnout. We have raised over, let's just say, not something reasonable. Let's just say $60,000. I think that's a good amount, and I think that's fair." So we go back to the sky. We see all the Rangers and Tommy getting ready for skydiving. Skydiving. In the drop zone, we can see the drop zone down at the bottom, and everybody goes out. They reach a nice altitude. Everybody goes out, and before Tommy goes out, we see Kimberly saying, "Show them your stuff," and she kisses him on the lips. That's right. The kiss that everybody's been waiting for. It is here. And it's not icky. Is that icky, Crimson? That's not icky, right?
No.
That's not, that's not icky. You would tell me, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, you wouldn't tell me. Because you eat people. That's icky.
No.
Only if they don't have peanut allergies, you eat people. Then how would you know if they... anyway. And Kimberly does what Kimberly does. Just puts a little flair on it after Tommy goes. Kimberly does a little backflip. Because I think that was cool in the movie. And I think that would be cool here. And we flash to a construction site. Construction workers are there. They seem to be picking up a canister. This is not Rita's canister. She's not coming back. She's probably dead, right? She probably is dead. Maybe, probably. I don't. But she's not making an appearance in the series and the rest of the series. Anyway, they bring it up, and there's all these weird etchings on the container, and only one word in English that people can read: ooze. That's it. That's it. And construction workers try to open it. They can't. Does that stop the silly humans from opening things that they shouldn't? No. They try jackhammers. They try all these, they try jackhammers, hammers, saws, and eventually they do get the lid to open partially. Uh-oh. Crimson. Uh-oh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's bad, right?
Yeah.
That's bad. That's a mystical container saying all these weird etchings and just ooze, and you're like, oh, let's open it up anyway. What could possibly happen? Right? Now I know that people are thinking of last year and the year before that and the Day of the Dumpster episode. But remember, this is still Power Rangers. Like adults don't do smart things and with their spare time. They just don't. All right. So, going back to the command center, Alpha is working. Zordon is monitoring. Sirens blare. And Alpha goes, "Oh, what now?" Zordon says, "They have found the container of Ivan ooze." And Alpha goes, they're not going to be able to open it. Zordon goes, "You would think, Alpha, basically." But he just says something with some like, "Contact the Rangers. They must know. And we must not let ooze must not let ooze escape from his prison." So we flash back to the Rangers having a good time rollerblading, and they do like what young teenagers like to do: hang out, rollerblade. I mean, I don't know if that was a thing back in the. I mean, I'm old, but that was definitely a thing back then. So the communicator blinks, and they stop, and Billy says, "Yes, Zordon, you must report to the command center immediately." And Kimberly says, "Here, and see, here I thought it was going to be a year with no problems." So they all appear, flash, they all go to the command center, they all teleport. And Alpha's freaking out. The alarms are blaring, and Zordon goes, "Rangers, you must act quickly. The world is in great peril." And let's have Zach goes, "We haven't heard that before." And Kimberly goes, "And here, Zordon, I thought we were going to have a peaceful year." And he goes, "A couple of thousand years ago, young warriors like yourself, one of the original Power Rangers, forced a tyrant into captivity with his ex-Morphicon Titans. They were machines that were specifically built to do his bidding and to slave humanity. But now the canister has been discovered once again. It is your task, Rangers, to make sure this entity doesn't escape." And Jason goes, "What entity?" And Zordon says, "They call him Ivan Ooze." And he, along with Lord Zed, they combined for a devastating duo. You must make sure, Rangers, that this being doesn't escape. So we flash to the nighttime. We flash to afternoon, late afternoon, and everyone has gone from the construction site. And we see this lid slowly slide open. It's ajar, now it's totally out. We see this canister go down, and we just see a big purple egg that just comes apart, and we see this kind of ooze everywhere. And then it starts to rise, and it starts to form. And we see him for the first time. Ooze. Ivan Ooze. Now, if possible, I would not change him a lick from 1995. I wouldn't change him. I think that original design of Ivan Ooze was pretty great. And he stands up and he kind of cricks his neck. He cricks his hands, and he goes, "Oh, that was such a long time, but I am free, and I will make Zordon pay. It'd be like Zordon. It would be like Zordon never existed." And then he goes, "What's that smell?" "It smells like teenagers." So a little bit later on, we see we see all the Rangers just teleport in, and it's night. It's desolate. They all look around, and Billy goes this way. They smell something really, really rank. I mean, it would be really, really rank. It's ooze. It's like sludge. So they find the canister, and they see ooze, and they see a cop patting Kimberly on the back. "Hey, what are you kids doing here?" And they look, and they don't know how to say this, but Kimberly says, "All right, I know this is going to be crazy, officer, but hear me out. Did you pass by a morphological being?" "Morphological being? The hell is that?" And they all look, and he goes, "Oh, wait. Does he look something like this?" And ooze the mask comes off. And then they all go into stance, and Kimberly goes, "Gross." And Ivan Ooze says, "So charming, my dear. Allow me to introduce myself. The galactically despised, the galactically despised, socially revered. They call me Ivan Ooze." And Zach says, "Well, buddy, get ready, because get ready to pack your bags. We're dragging you right back where you came from." Wow. A teenager with a big mouth. Nothing has changed in 6,000 years. Yeah, I know Zordon said too, but it's 6,000 years. Whatever he says. It's not much has changed in 3,000 years. And Jason goes, "Well, buddy, you don't know who you're dealing with." And Jason goes, "We're the Power Rangers." "Oh, Power Rangers! Let's get my autograph book." And he turns around, he goes, "So, Zordon still needs kids to do his dirty work. Well, meet my kids." And he goes like this. Oh, I think I nailed it. And then out of nowhere, not putties come out. Purple goo minions. Let's call them goo minions. Come out of nowhere. They're humanoid. And he disappears in a blue haze, and he goes, "Bye-bye, kiddies." So they try to fight these things, but these things are real. They're not like putties at all. These things are way, way too strong. So what do? They find a clean area, and they morph. And as they morph, the goon minions are gone. Now we flash back to the command center, and Zordon says, "I'm afraid they were too late, and my sensors have detected Ivan Ooze is all the way is all the way it's already on his way here." And Alpha goes, "Zordon, nobody can come in here without a power coin." And we just see Ooze, just as he's saying that, just like pouring down as he's saying it. He looks, he goes, "Almost nobody." And, you know, Alpha's trying to, like, he's like, I got this. And then Ivan Ooze just appears in humanoid form and tries to karate chop Ivan Ooze. Ooze laughs, puts his hand on his little dome thing, and he electrocutes him with purple electricity. And he goes, "Well, pretty schmancy French schmancy. I guess you can afford anything you want in 2,000-3,000 years." And Zordon goes, "You haven't changed, dudes. Still picking on people smaller than yourself." And he's like, he cracks his neck. I'm like, "Zordon, can you please? It's been like 2,000 to 3,000 years, and you're already giving me a lecture on how not to be evil. You locked me away like yesterday's trash. Do you know how boring it got in there without nothing to read? But now it's time to pay the piper." And he summons a little flute, and he starts zapping the command center. And as he zaps away, he says, "All the things that I have missed. The Black Plague. The Brady Bunch family reunion. World War II." And the command center goes down, and and Zordon kind of starts to fade, and he goes, "Alpha." And then we flash back to the construction site, and the Power Rangers finally meet up with the goo minions, and then they fight. It's a pretty good, I mean, just like the movie, the choreography is probably even better because we don't need to make up like movie weapons specifically for the movie. They could just use their weapons. And as they defeat all of the goon minions, their suits start to fade away. And Kimberly says, "What in Zordon's name is going on?" And that's when the episode ends.
Ooh.
Crimson, thoughts?
Good stuff.
How did you like Ivan Ooze so far?
He seems menacing
and pretty funny. And that's what he was in the old 1995 movie, but I just gave him more personality and flair. I used some of those lines, right, in the movie because I think that's great. All the things I have missed, right? The Black Plague, the Brady family reunion. Now, I know it's 2026. I get it. What's the Brady Bunch? So the Brady Bunch with the old TV show.
You know what the Brady Bunch is?
Okay. I just wanted, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right. And episode 2 now is called
The ooze is. Oh, sorry. The power is no more.
Oh. So as the suits go away, we also, as the suits go away, the coins start to glitch out on them. And we can hear in their head all their spirit animals crying out in pain, in incredible, incredible pain. And one by one, we can see everyone. I know, listen, I get it. Everyone dying. So the T-Rex is first. Everybody is clutching their animals. Pterodactyl is just crying out in pain. Kimberly is crying her eyes out. All to the other rangers, yeah, and we can hear all the spirit animals just say, "It's been an honor to serve with you. I love you, Jason. I love you, Kimberly. I love you, Trini. Never stop being who you are. Defend your dreams." That's just a callback to what's going to happen later. And everyone is devastated. They are devastated. And after each creature, each guardian spirit is gone, the coins shatter. The coins shatter into pieces. And then they're all incredibly emotional because they've spent like how many episodes with these cats, right?
Mhm.
Right, Crimson?
Yeah.
All the way in season 1 when they found them. And after, Jason goes, Zordon, we have to see what happened. Guys, and Kimberly is just unconsolable at this time. But they manage to get into the command zone. They manage to get there. They can't teleport in because the teleporters obviously are broken, but they don't know that. And they go to, it's late at night, they go to the command zone and they pull apart the doors. Again, sparks fly down and they go in. And they, for the first time, we see Zordon of Iltar in outside of his warp. And Kimberly, they all go, and Kimberly is like, what's happening to him? And Billy goes, he's outside of his warp. We have to get him back inside. Now, this has never been explained in this show, and we're going to keep it quite elusive here. But we don't need to have the Rangers to have but we don't know. But they know what's going on. That's what matters here. So Billy goes, he's outside of his warp. We have to get him back inside. And Zorda goes, Rangers, thank goodness you are safe. And Tommy goes, Jason goes, we got to get you back inside. I'm afraid that is impossible. It is gone. All of it. The morphing grid has been destroyed. The coins are no more. The weapons are gone. And Kimberly goes, Zordon, it can't end like this. Ever since you come into our lives, you've been a father figure to us all. I can't take this. I can't take this, Zordon, please. You must be strong. And Alpha comes, Rangers. And they all go to Alpha. And we can see now the place is totally trashed. There might be a way out of this. Zordon's life force will not last long. There is a planet orbiting Earth that you must travel to and meet a friend. And on that planet is the power we seek to restore the morphing grid and Zordon into his warp. It is very dangerous. We only have enough power to get you there, but there won't be enough power to bring you back. And Jason goes, guys, we're still the Power Rangers. We don't have the suit. We don't have our little guys. But we have to do this. We have to save the world. This is what was asked of us a long time ago. And eventually, they all agree. Kimberly eventually agrees, even though she is quite upset at this time. And Zordon goes, Alpha goes, Rangers, good luck. And he types in what panels are working, and we see a flicker of light, flicker again, and then flicker, and then they all teleport out of the command center. And Alpha wishes them luck one more time. Everything goes out, sparks fly, and Alpha goes, hold on, Zordon. And that's how the episode ends.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was
Ooh.
very emotional.
Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, for those of you that don't know, you're going to say, how could you kill the little pterodactyl thing that was always around Kimberly? I planned this. I'm sorry, guys. I planned this. Look, I'm a writer. I don't know what to tell you. All right. So, episode 3 is called
The Planet of Ninjati.
Ninjeti.
Ninjeti, my bad.
Yeah. So it's Ninjati, and I don't think it's spelled right. We're gonna have Crimson just look up how it's spelled, and then he can correct it down below.
Will do.
All right. So they all teleport to this planet, and here's the thing: in the original anime, the Ninjeti powers were brought in because they didn't have anything else to do. But here we can give it more weight. We can have it more time to breathe and all that kind of stuff. And we can do this right. So they all teleport. It is not the planet of Thedos. It is the planet of Ninjeti. So they all teleport on, and they all look around, and we can see an ocean, we can see a couple cliffs, we can see a rock, but more importantly, we see a path that they must travel together. So they travel for quite some time. Kimberly is still distraught. Trini's trying to console her. And Kimberly goes, I just can't believe they're gone. And Billy goes, when we needed them, they were always there. weren't they? And Jason goes, yeah, they were always there. It's we're not having. And Kimberly goes, don't say it, please. And then so this is happening as they walk. So as they walk, they come across a big circle in the path. And we see someone standing there. And we see this person turn around. He's wearing all blue. And he has a broken N on his shirt. And Trini goes, Lord Ninjor. And he goes, Konnichiwa, Trini. You have come. I prayed that this wouldn't be necessary, but I can only assume that Ivan Ooze has escaped. And he has destroyed the morphing grid and shattered the power coins. And they don't say anything. They don't say anything. We don't have much time then. Each of you, 6 of you, have another power within you. But you must travel this path by yourself. And in this time, you will meet new challenges along the way. But if you succeed in what you seek, you will unlock a power greater than the original coins. I am quite sad what has happened, but we do not have time. Each one of you will mourn in his own way. But this path you must travel alone. Rangers, good luck. May the power protect you. And he kind of just fades in to an owl. And then that owl flies away. So they camp out they sit. No, they don't camp out because they don't have any camping equipment. So they sit, they talk amongst themselves, and Kimberly goes, what path does he mean? And they can see 6 paths in front of them, in front of the circle. One going up, one going through the jungle, one going another way in the jungle. They can see all these different paths. And they all have shades of their color. And they look across the forest, across the jungle, and they see a monastery with a big coin on his face. And they look to each other, and they all go one by one. And Kimberly is the last to go. She doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to go. She wants to shrink. She wants to cry. She wants to do anything but walk her path. But she knows she has no choice as well. And she can hear her younger self talking to her. To be the voice of the voiceless. To do things that she can do when nobody else can do them. Protect the innocent and weak. And she starts up on her path. Her path goes way, way up. And that's the episode.
Ooh.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. The movie did that way too simplistic. I mean, they made that journey in like 10 minutes or something like that. But we have more time. We could play this out in full cinematic flow. So, guys, I want to know what you thought of this episode down below in the comment section. Did you like it? Did you not like it? We will see you on Thursday for a brand new episode of In Between the Ink. Until then, guys, take care, be safe, be well. We love you all. 30,000 plus. And may the Schwartz be with you. An UGG Club for life. Peace.